Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Hearts of Iron for some more scenarios. This time, instead of doing the pushover winter war, we will be doing the Spanish Civil War. Victory conditions. Control Madrid, Sevilla, La Coruna, Huelva. So, that's Sevilla right there in that city. La Coruna is up here. Madrid's in the middle, I start out controlling it. And Huelva is about there, give or take. Yeah, either way, we have to go with that. So that's what we'll be doing. I believe we should only have to get 3 out of 4. I don't know. I think we only need 3 out of 4 if my math is correct. Again, I haven't touched the scenario yet, so I have no idea what we're going to be going into. And I can probably make better use of the battle plan layouts. We will be playing as Republican Spain, so I guess there's nothing to say, but de la defensa democracia. Fearing where the radical ruling party was taking the nation, reactionary elements of the army launched a coup to seize power in Spain. However, all does not go as planned, and the government retains control of more than half the country. A bloody war is now the only way to reunify the nation. Indeed it is. And we shall be doing the reunification. Alright, let's see here. Okay, so here's what it looks like on my troop layout. It looks like most of my troops are here, but I don't have much here. But they don't either. And I've got 2 and 2 here. Let's think here. They're in the axes. That's actually a problem. Much larger of a problem than you'd think. Alright, so that's the obvious first opening move. And we can maybe, I don't know, start smashing our way up through this column. Alright, let's use the battle plans. Historical plans. Yeah, the Spanish didn't have any plans either, apparently. Create the new plan. La Coruna offensive. Obviously, there's some mark over it, but I do not have a keyboard. Well, I do have a keyboard probably capable, but I don't know the ASCII code. So I'm going to say that we're going to have to move our way up through here. This is to show that if at any point possible, I'm just going to try and cut them off along the way. And then as we push through there and our entire troops should then split off and go down here and up here. This should divide the armies. I'm going to use dashed arrow for retreats, I think. Oh, that's a thick one. No, don't delete the plan, delete the arrow. Slim dashed arrows. I'm going to probably retreat up to this river here. Just, generally retreat up to the river. I want to hold on to Madrid. But, like, for now, I'll be willing to give up Sevilla and the southern part of this area. I don't think there's much chance of me holding the southern operations. But my idea is if I manage to pull an offensive off and get to here, I can split their army in 2. And then I can push it up and eventually destroy a large portion of their army. Whoops. No. Delete that arrow. Save the plan. Okay. No, cancel. I don't need to save the plan to a file or anything. But yeah. So that's basically the plan, is to give up the south and turn it from an sort of like northwest, southwest, or southeast war into a north-south war. Because in doing so, I will hopefully cut off a lot of troops. And in the process, get somewhere in reducing the troop count. At least theoretically. Attack commenced. What? The Italians took back their brigades. Well, I'm not one to complain. Full offensive. What is that, an anti-tank brigade that I have to fight? Alright. Wait, wow, I've got 2 tactical bombers, that's perfect. Yeah, I figured they'd be able to do stuff like that, that's okay. Because we can do that. And that. Try and ease things a little off here. It's never going to be enough to break through it, but I'm going to stop that from going there, but from there we should be able to just cut them off. Which overall ends up being my plans here, involves cutting people off a lot. Control of Madrid. Controlling the capital gives our government certain advantages in the Civil War, although if the city ever falls to the rebel, we will lose this advantage for the rest of the war. Alright, I'll take 10% land organization, and what happened? Why did that suddenly go down to 29%? And then winning the entire thing, what? Alright, where's my... Wait, I have no idea what type of thing that is. I think that's an anti-tank brigade they have. I think. I cannot be certain, however. Alright, we're gonna attack that, because there's a lot of troops there. Alright, let's hide the battle map plan, alright. So either way, we want to try and, enclose on this. And try and cut off and take out as many guys as we can in the process. Alright, so we've now at least encircled them. Yeah, I figured we'd have to lose out on that. That's fine, though. I'm okay with that. I see we won there. Okay. Launch a full-scale assault. We've got air support, so... I haven't even really been paying attention to the south here. It appears they're kind of falling back. Ooh, kind of. I should retreat from there. Try and save my organization. No, you can just retreat through Granada. Yeah, like I said, I'm just going to give it the south here. I don't think there's much point in me trying to hold it. If I bring the troops, I think, instead of here, then I might be able to do some more work. But as it stands now... Ugh. Oh, I have 9 troops here. Useful. I'm going to need them up there, I think. Just to pull some defense. So Italy took back their things. I'm pretty sure this is just a bug, but... Alright. Silly paradox and bugs. They always have a lot of bugs. No, actually, wait, I don't want to be bombing there. I want to be bombing there. So there's Italian troops there, okay. Alright, we've got through here. Alright, so they're trying to retreat into my troops. That's fine. And now they have more or less nowhere to run. Alright, that'll do. We're gonna have some them there instead, just in case they do find, a way out or something. Point is, we've got them pretty much right where we want them. Which is to say, trapped. Even them losing a single brigade is an advantage for me that I'm willing to go with. I'll take any advantage I can get, really. And I mean, I think I've just cut off these guys as well, so... I want to control click. There we go. Support the attack. Appears they fell back from there, probably because they didn't feel comfortable with that. I know the AI like falls back if it feels like it risks getting surrounded, which is probably a good thing, but doesn't mean I can't use it to my advantage. Alright, so we've got them cut off, it looks like. Alright. Yeah, that's a problem. They're pretty much out of organization, so... Yeah. Alright, they had nowhere to retreat to. We're good. Alright, so that's one division destroyed. We need them to move to Tarzona. But they're not, sadly. Alright, there we are. Okay. Move that way. Damn, that'll hold the retreat pen open, I guess. 31 hours, alright. In that case, combine with them. No, I want you to attack there. No, actually, no, I don't want you to attack at all. I want you to bomb there instead. Ugh, they didn't even get into battle. That's kind of sad, actually. Alright, well, I guess that works out. We've taken back that good portion of the giant fang they had. It was digging into us. And these troops here should be coming to help. I don't think there's really much I can do, though. Alright, I want to move up through here. Okay, yeah, we're gonna lose probably a fair bit around here, and that's okay. Like I said, that's all part of the plan, which is to just effectively lose this entire area. I'm just gonna let them, move through. I just don't see much point in trying to save anything. Whoops. No, delete. I wonder what strategic effects are in here. Okay, so Gibraltar's a member of the controller, is a member of the Allies. Hang on a second. I have a theory, and if I reroute to Almira and rebase the Navy there, I think you all already know what I'm planning, but you never know. So I'll just keep it a secret for now, so the nationalists don't find out. And they just ran out of supplies? Good to know. Yeah, they aren't going to get anywhere over a river. But they do have air support. That is a problem. Give them air support then. Support the attack. Alright, so managed to break through there, that's good. Let's see. I guess I can just continue my offensive here. Yeah, right. We'll be fine there. Okay, so the international brigades are there, and they're going to be falling back. I thought I'd get those more so into the war, rather than immediately. No, that's a stupid strategy, and I risk losing my own brigades doing that. Stupid strategies, don't do them. I need to play safe, and not expose Madrid the way I am. Crap. Yeah, I don't have anything here that's really going to be useful. I need to fall back. Just fall back up to Madrid. I need to use more of my troops in the northern area. You guys have done well, and I want you again over here. We're going to need to try and, I think, push this area in as well. Because I don't think we're going to be able to mostly just we're strapped for time. So instead of doing this with, let's see, select current object. Instead of doing this, then we're just going to have to additionally do this. Well, that's way too thick. It's still a little too thick. We're going to additionally have to do that. As opposed to just kind of splitting the troops up and doing that. Yeah, I think that's probably going to be the best options. If we can cut off their retreat here, and then we can just push them into La Coruna and take them down. That'll be okay. That's what I need to do. I want to do that attack instead. Because there's a good number of troops there. Alright, move up to there. Okay. Okay, let's see if we can push ahead here. Damn, this is not looking good. I was kind of hoping I'd be a little farther up this, column, I guess, of stuff by now, but I guess I also expected them to be a little farther here, so I guess we're making good progress overall. Things don't necessarily have to go according to plan, but they have to be about as efficient as my plan. Okay. Okay. Easy does it. No need to worry here. Valencia. Alright, so that's a good defensive position for them. I cannot cross that effectively, so I'll just wait. Because we've got a bunch of troops coming up the sides here. Alright, we've got that. Alright, so we got that. Excellent. Looks like we actually cut them off. Maybe. Collapse in on them. Begin the attack from everywhere else that we are set up to. Yeah, right. And now counterattack there. Perfect. Alright. Good. I think we just won it. And cut them off. Alright. Good, we did. So they have one stray HQ. Yeah, alright, they're done. Okay, so we took out another 2 of their regiments, which is good. We want to just try and keep killing as many regiments as we can. Regiments' death is important. And we can overall stand a better chance for victory if we outnumber their troops. Like I said, we have to give up that there. That's, no shit. I didn't have a single troop up there to defend it with. just like there. I can't defend those areas. But we're getting a much more stable border, and I think we're actually going to have to do this in multiple episodes, because this is going to be a rather long civil war. So, this is the first episode of the Spanish Civil War, everybody. This war is hectic, and we can't really have a solid front line, so I'm trying to concentrate my troops on half of it. They're even garrisoning the Gibraltar border, which is strange. Actually, you know what? Just before we leave, I want to get... Oh. Yeah, right, okay, they're just attacking our friggin' HQs out here. Retreat to there. Hurry up, why aren't you in Almira yet? Load onto the ship. Go to the Strait of Gibraltar. We have won. Yeah. No one lost anything. Kind of expected. No. Where's the transports? Screw it. Get it all together. Invasion. Alright, there we go. We got that, which means we now have the strategic effect of... Yes, it does. Excellent. Excellent. We now have the strategic effect of Gibraltar by doing that. I'll take that, sure. Why not? I suppose they probably don't have troops down here. I mean, no one has troops out here. Anyway, so that was my little plan for them. But I think overall we're doing okay. Like I said, part of the plan involves us... Oh, jeez. Involves us, alright, so we've got 12 here. I'm not too worried here. I want to send one to Ilys's. Yeah, we'll leave a militia in that there to defend it. Damn, it's too late to react there. I might have been able to save it with some supporting attacks. Though, as I said, it's a little too late for that now. I'm gonna need you again back in, just south of Madrid. Alright, like I said, we're gonna have to give up the south, but if we keep pushing the north, and we've encircled and destroyed several of their brigades already, so that's our best shot for victory, I think. But, yeah, so, until next time, this is Calvin, signing off.